The scene in Alaska in 1979 is shown at the starting of the film. Carl, a man, was taking wood from the forest. An unknown person, on the other hand, was examining a frequency. When Carl was moving in his car, the front truck flies into the air and lands on the ground again. Carl comes out seeing it. Meanwhile, a mysterious UFO comes and takes Carl with it. Then we are shown the present time. We are shown the main character of the movie, Isaac. He was a computer engineer and sends a signal to space with his friend. After some time, he receives data. Actually, Isaac used to make his vlog every day. When he went hiking one day, he saw something coming down from space. The thing was also visible to the citizens. The cops arrive at the scene as well, but Isaac arrives first. He sees the UFO, the alien spaceship, there. Isaac tries to capture it on film. Meanwhile, the alien spaceship disappears. An alien comes behind Isaac and Isaac gets panicked seeing it. He somehow tries to record it on camera. But the alien goes from there. After it, Isaac also escapes. This scene cuts and the screen turns black. After it, we are shown the scene after 3 days. Isaac fainted there for 3 days where he saw that alien. There were some strange marks on his hand. He checks his camera recording, in which aliens were taking him with them. After it, Isaac's camera was turned off. When Isaac returns home, his television mysteriously vanishes. After seeing it, Isaac panics, but the TV returns as well. Isaac had the impression that these were hallucinations. The next day, he visits the doctor. The doctor tells a shocking thing after seeing his hand's X-ray. Actually, your hand was cut by someone. Now it is joined like it didn't cut before. The doctor also doesn't believe it after seeing it. Isaac shows the video to a colleague after arriving office, in which he was being abducted by aliens. His friend doesn't believe it either. Isaac comes home and uploads the video of aliens on YouTube. He writes abduction in the title. It means alien has kidnapped me and I am the victim of aliens. This video gets viral. The next day, the media channels start calling Isaac for an interview. Isaac goes to a channel for an interview. The reporter asks him many questions. She asks how he had a camera at that time. Isaac becomes perplexed and interrupts when she asks this question. The reporter believes it is a hoax and ends the interview. Returning home, there was the news on the news channels. Isaac made a false video to get famous. Isaac immediately searches for the alien's victim on YouTube. It refers to who or what was kidnapped by aliens. He sees a girl's comment, in which she has written everything that has happened to Isaac. While texting her, Isaac calls her to meet her in a hotel. When Isaac arrives, the girl also arrives at the hotel. Sarah was the name of the girl. Isaac shows her his videos and some history-related pictures. It was a UFO picture. Sarah informs him that she heard about Carl's alien kidnapping in Alaska in 1989. The man had also passed the lie detector test. Carl disappeared after that incident. Isaac gives her his phone number at the end of their conversation. She is asked to notify him if she receives any information related to this. The next day, Isaac went to courier the video to those who have put the alien kidnapping article on internet. Meanwhile, on his way, Isaac meets a writer who says, "I want to write your story. If you find it right, so call me." Saying this, he leaves while giving his card to Isaac. Isaac goes to that writer the next day. The writer says you should pass the lie detector test. Everyone will believe you were abducted by aliens as a result of this, and you are an alien's victim. Isaac does the same and passes the lie detector. The writer says, "I will come after some time," and leaves while saying this. When he left, 2 government agents come there. They hold Isaac. Actually, those agents catch those who has seen UFO or the man who claims that he has seen the aliens or alien spaceships. When Isaac wakes up, 2 androids lock him in a room. Sarah was also taken there by those androids. They placed Sarah in another room. There was a TV in front of Isaac, and an officer asked him to cooperate. The officer instructs him to examine the various items in the room, so he may know Isaac's power. He shows Carl's picture to Isaac and asks, "What do you know about him?" He tells, "I don't know anything about him." Isaac falls off the TV while opening his hands. He moves to search for Sarah. But then the androids appear in front of him. Isaac kills them and flees with their guns. Moving forward, he sees Sarah in a room. He releases her and moves to the exit door while escaping from androids. But the officer has locked all the doors till then. It seems like Isaac has some powers. He opens the door and comes out while using his power. Even he also locks the door. The officer tells his companions actually, they are going to Carl. We have to know all details while chasing them. He sends his androids to chase them. After releasing, Isaac and Sarah find themselves in a village area. They come to a restaurant escaping from there. Isaac tells Sarah, "I can trace Carl's location if I will get internet." Isaac asks a girl, "Do you know a person having internet or computer?" The girl gives them a hacker's address while writing it on paper. They move to go to the hacker. The androids also come there when they reach hacker. That's why they flee there. The hacker tells, they are the United Nations secret society, they are following us. They live here underground secretly. You know about me, that I am a hacker and I hacked their system. Isaac asks him to find out Carl's location. The hacker successfully finds out Carl's location through his laptop and net. Carl was located in Canada and was hidden there. Following that, the hacker makes a video call to Carl. Isaac starts talking to Carl. He tells Carl the entire story of what happened to him. Isaac informs him that he and my friend have sent a signal into space. Later, we have received data from there, but I am thinking maybe it's a glitch. Carl asks for the satellite signals data from him. Isaac asks the hacker to download the data from NASA's server. The hacker does it easily. They send the downloaded signals to Carl. Carl makes an audio file while putting the signals into his laptop. After hearing it, Carl discovers those signals were sent by the aliens. Now after 5 days, aliens will come on land at 4 p.m. Carl asks Isaac to hide, otherwise the secret agency will find him. Throw or shut your all electronic devices. Carl disconnects the call after saying this. Isaac says, we have to search for Carl while going to Canada, because aliens will come here after 5 days. So they move to Canada. The officer also discovers that they are moving to Canada. Traveling a whole night, they finally reached Canada the next day. They move to search for Carl while sitting on a train. Androids also come on the train while following the railway tracks. Hacker gives them masks and says, those androids will recognize us while seeing our faces. They sit after wearing the masks. Meanwhile, the androids come and check them. It means they were scanning them. One of the androids suspects Isaac. It was about to shoot Isaac, but they were able to escape just in time. Isaac and Sarah ride on the roof of the train. The hacker hides behind the train door. An android is about to move on the roof of the train while chasing Isaac. But it fell. The other android was about to move, but the hacker pushes it outside the train. Meanwhile, they reach Carl's cabin. Carl comes out with a gun after seeing them through the camera. He says the secret agency was behind you. That's why Carl straps strange devices to their wrists. He informs them that those aliens have implanted a tracker in their hands. With the help of the tracker, the secret agency can find you easily. As Carl turns off their trackers, the officer also doesn't receive signals. Then, as he drives them to his cabin, he tells them, I collected all of this 20 years ago. I created a device capable of converting any frequency or signal into an audio file. Actually, I also had sent a signal and got a reply, but that wasn't a strong reply like yours, Isaac. Following that, we are shown the time 5 minutes before a spaceship arrives. When they were in Carl's cabin, they heard strange voices. Isaac comes out of the house to check. He tries to search for the aliens in the forest, but the alien again chases Isaac. Isaac asks it, what do you want? This scene then blacks out. In the following scene, they were in Carl's cabin, and the alien was also present. Carl converts the alien's language into his language with the help of the device. They understand that what is the alien saying? The alien says, "We want to know about humans. How do they spend their life, and how do they survive? Why does the human world mean Earth is different?" Alien asks questions while showing them a vision. Who is he? They see Jesus Christ in this vision. Isaac says, "He is Jesus Christ. What do you know about him?" The alien says, "I know about him. He is unique and significant in the creation of the universe, according to our knowledge. However, we received an answer to our question. That is you. Yes, Isaac, you are the answer to our all questions." Sarah tells the alien, "Our hands ache after our kidnapping." The alien tells them, "We have put a tracking device in your hands." The alien places a device on Sarah's hand. Sarah's hand divides into two parts because of it. It takes out its tracker from Sarah's hand. When the alien was about to take out Isaac's device, the officer and his companions arrive. They warn Carl from outside that if he does not come out, they will murder him while entering his cabin. Carl emerges, and the officer inquires about his father. That where is he? Actually, in the beginning, when the truck in front of Carl's car rises and then falls, that officer's father was in that truck. His father didn't return, even Carl returned. The officer was thinking that Carl has killed his father. Carl is told by the officer that if he does not tell him, he will be killed. Carl says, "I don't know anything. I don't know anything about him. That where had he gone?" The officer doesn't believe in Carl. He shoots him. When Sarah sees it, she comes out, and the officer realizes they are inside. When the alien was removing Isaac's tracker, he warned him that if you will not come out, I will shoot and kill Sarah. The officer actually kills Sarah when Isaac doesn't come out. Here Isaac's tracker was also removed. The alien asks Isaac to use his telekinetic power. After it, using his powers, Isaac teleports the hacker outside the cabin before the laser attacks him. As he comes out, he disappears the officer and his companions. The hacker becomes shocked after seeing it. That where have they gone? The alien revives Carl and Sarah. It drops them somewhere while taking them in its alien spaceship. The officer assumed they had arrived somewhere after sitting in the spaceship. Following that, we are shown the scene 6 months later. Isaac and Sarah were living happily. Isaac is learning to use his telekinetic abilities more effectively. Carl and the hacker, on the other hand, have established their own secret agency. The officer was also terminated. He murdered Carl and Sarah without any proof, simply out of suspicion. His agency is unaware that Carl and Sarah are still alive. Carl was pleased with Sarah. This is the film's happy ending. Thank you for your time.